the lethal backcourt pair. And it's Tyson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Celtics, their backcourt, Pritchard and White. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Queta in at the 5. And coach, that long off season is over. The NBA is back. How happy are you to hear those words?
You have no idea. I've been waiting a long time for tonight. A game. It counts. How great is this?
Now here's Pritchard. Outside, Brown. 6 on the shot. Clock. Shoots from the block. The kick out to White. From downtown. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
We've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
Here's Tyson, defended by Brown. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Now here's Brown. Turned in an outstanding game against Milwaukee. Here's Tatum. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, with his dribble moves, Tatum will get where he needs to go, and he's an outstanding finisher.
Back to Garland. The shot misses. Nice D from Pritchard. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. They'll be up against Donovan Mitchell tonight, and Coach is well aware of the challenges that he presents. He said Donovan's so good at changing speeds, it's hard to know when to send help. I'd rather be overly cautious in that regard, because if no help comes, then all of a sudden Mitchell is in his groove. Makes sense to me. PA?
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Tatum. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Here's Allen. Boston with a rebound.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Back to Tatum. Down low. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be Evan Mobley. And with an undersized backcourt and a towering front court, some had suggested the Cavs needed roster moves to balance things out a little bit.
Well, Mobley's growth as a shooter has quieted those concerns up front. But until they prove their mettle in the playoffs, there will be some questions.
The first free throw is good. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
And that's good as he hits both shots. And some tough salary decisions this summer for the Boston Celtics, Coach.
Well, in one way, it's a good problem to have, possessing too much talent. But with this new CBA, it's harder to retain everybody like we saw with Celtics teams of old.
6 to shoot. Garland up top. Puts up a deep 3. They grab their own miss. And Mobley throws it down.
And there's a hunger to Mobley's game. That's how he beats the defense to the rebound.
Outside White. Back to Brown. This one for 3. And out of bounds. The Cavs will take it. And since we have a moment, here are last year's most efficient scorers around the league. Jared Allen on top.
And last year, he led the league in field goal percentage, allowing the game to come naturally and taking whatever opposing teams gave to him.
Mobley deciding where to go with it. Allen with a screen on Pritchard. And he lobs it up to the rim. White with the steal. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Garland. Tatum passes to Queta. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Boston leading by 5. Brown inside. Allen defending. Mobley against Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Mobley. And the shot falls short that time.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Here's Tyson. What a tremendous game he played against Portland. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
A volume shooter at the arc. Mitchell will rarely hesitate to take that.
Queta gets the bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Mitchell against White. Pass to Allen. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavs will retain possession. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Outside Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Let's go with a 3.
Nice job by White on D, making that one hard on his opponent.
The leaner. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Well, coach isn't going to like the theatrics there. He had more than enough time to get a stable base, but he made it anyway.
Pass to Allen. Back to Garland. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Cleveland needs to get off a shot from deep. Mobley. Queta pulls it in. Celtics lead by 6. Tatum passes to White. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, look, if you're trying to slow down White, you first have to match his activity level.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
Garza's checked in for Boston. Anthony Simons comes in for Pritchard. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Wade, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Strus comes in for Tyson. Merrill, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Schroeder in for Garland.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Merrill outside. Pass to Mobley. Shoots over Tatum. They get it back.
Celtics foul. Luka Garza.
These are his first free throws of the game.
First team foul. At the line for the Cavaliers, Dean Wade. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's Simons with the ball for Boston. 6-point lead. Knocked loose. Stolen by Strus. Fast break Cleveland. Pass to Schroeder. Here's Wade. And here's Strus. And there's a pick. 5 on the clock. Wade, that's good.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Boston leading by 4. Here's Gonzalez. Clock at 6. Pass to Garza. To the inside.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Schroeder. Now Merrill. Here's the 3. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Pass to Walsh. Hauser outside. Now here's Simons. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Goes back up with the clock winding down. Mobley with the block.
Man, Mobley is always lurking, ready to erase any shot that comes his way.
There's a foul. It's on Sam Hauser. That's his first foul. Ellis has checked in for Evan Mobley.
Substitution, number 14, Keon Ellis.
Schroeder passes to Ellis. Cleveland working the ball around now. Pass to Wade. Fires from deep. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
The Celtics have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
For Celtics Entertainment. Once again for Celtics Entertainment.
On defense, Cleveland. Here's Hauser. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Got to attack when you have that chance.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
Here's Schroeder. No points so far. Outside Strus. No good on the triple.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
And Anthony Simons has grown his reputation, but he still flies a little under the radar, Stan.
Yeah, he hasn't been in high visibility situations, like an epic playoff game that puts you on everyone's map. But opponents sure fear him and respect him.
The Cavs trailing. Picked his pocket. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Simons. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Such a great scorer. Simons can carry an offense for a stretch. Now he's working on the night-to-night consistency.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anthony Simons. He runs the floor and just outworks other guys every chance he gets.
And so Simons nails both of them. Here's Schroeder. Still no points. Pass to Strus. Here's Wade. Back to Merrill. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Merrill's got 6 points.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Gonzalez passes to Simons. Fires the 3. And it's Merrill who clears it away. The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 16 so far. Pass to Strus. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Simons. Schroeder against Simons. Back to Strus. Lets it go from deep. No luck on that one. And so Simons will bring it up for Boston. Over to the left wing. Here's Gonzalez. Covered by Merrill. Fires the 3. Hauser, that's good. He has 6.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
Outside Schroeder. There's a screen. 3-pointer. The shot won't fall. Celtics lead by 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Brian, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Shot clock at 5. Excellent D there from Hauser. Boston has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. There's Simons with a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
That's a textbook catch and shoot. Simons got his feet lined up and was ready to go.
Strus with it. Here's Merrill. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Celtics up by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
All right, and now you want to see them sustain this relentlessness for the entire game because it's clearly paying off.
On the court right now for Cleveland. Garland and Mitchell, the lethal backcourt pair. Then there's Keon Ellis. Then it's Jared Allen. And it's Tyson in at the 4. Now here's Mitchell. And it's rejected.
On defense, how valuable is White? He's a guard who can protect the rim. Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Brown. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Garland. On the wing, Mitchell. White against Garland. Allen with a screen on White. Garland for three. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. And Pritchard pulls it down. Boston leading by 6. White looking it over. Pass to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. And here's Brown for three. No good. And that makes him 0 for 3. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And Mitchell with the slam.
Well, they really made Mitchell work for it, but he adjusts around the foul and still gets it to go.
And sometimes when a team trades a ton of picks for a star player, there's some buyer's remorse. But that has not been the case with the Cavs and Donovan Mitchell, Graham.
Yeah, he's been everything they hoped he would be, B.A. Not just dominating, but sacrificing as well.
Evan Mobley, he's checked in for Cleveland. And, Coach, we see more and more teams looking to push the pace. What took so long?
I don't know what took so long, B.A. I think what happens as coaches and as players, you realize that it's tough to score against the best defensive teams in the half court where their defense is set. And so if you can get the ball down the floor quickly and be on the attack before they are locked in, you got a much better chance to generate quality shots.
At the line with one shot.
And that one misses. Stan, looking back on the 2017 draft, at the time, you believe Jason Tatum was the best prospect.
And with hindsight, B.A., that seems obvious. But back then, Markelle Fultz was the consensus #1 pick. Credit the Celtics for trading back and getting their guy.
Now here's Mitchell. He has 6. Good work defensively by White.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
On the wing, Tatum. And it's Tyson with a rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Down low. White with a steal. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And here's Brown for 3. Boston again missing. The Cavaliers have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Pass to Garland. Mobley on a screen. 3-pointer off the mark. Celtics lead by 5. Tatum with it. Picked up by Allen. Outside Tatum. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. He's 0 for 1 at the line, missing on his first trip. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Line with one shot. Jason Tatum. Boston, timeout. Ben Jordanski.
The 2K leaderboard. Team leaders in blocks last season. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
Well, they played great defense last season. They had great rim protection, and they were very disruptive.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Mobley outside. Here's Tyson. Counted from distance. Tyson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's Tatum. 11 points in the game. Pritchard against Garland. Here's Tyson. Cleveland working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Allen. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Outside White. Mitchell against Tatum. Oh, look at Tatum going to work inside.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
To the paint. White with a steal. To the middle. Here's Tatum. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And now a 9-point Boston lead. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And you know, they've also protected the paint at a high level, sending those shots back to the sender.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
They're really working the paint now.
Garland against Pritchard. And the shot is good by Garland.
Inside, Garland outplays his size, using speed and agility to get it done.
Outside White. Back to Pritchard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Pritchard's got his first points of the game.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Last time they met was in Cleveland.
And obviously the whistles weren't in their favor the last time these teams met, and it cost them.
Up going with a new group, and the Cavaliers will go for a different look here. Wade, he's checked in for Allen. Strus comes in for Tyson. Merrill, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Schroeder in for Darius Garland. Here's Mobley. Counted. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
Inside Mobley is set up for success. His size and reach means the rim is right there for him.
Hauser outside. Here's Garza. No points yet. Back to Hauser. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Simons outside. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And here's Schroeder. Pass to Merrill. Strus. And here's Schroeder outside. Gonzalez pulls it in. Celtics lead by 9. Now here's Simons. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Misses the 3.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. Sees his man, threads the pass inside. Excellent teamwork.
Here's Gonzalez. On the wing, Hauser, covered by Mobley. Simons, left side. Again, Simons missing.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Wade, out to Schroeder. Pass to Merrill, puts up a 3. Hauser grabs the board. Hauser's got 4 rebounds now. Simons against Mobley. Simons up top. He's got 5. To get back on track. Mobley with the block.
Yeah, nice timing on the rejection. Mobley showing you how incredible defensively he can be. And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Ellis is checked in for Cleveland. Celtics lead by 5. Gonzalez passes to Hauser to win the drought. And the layup is good off the glass. Hauser's got 8. Cleveland shooting a decent 41% in the second quarter. There's a screen, and here's Schroeder outside. Boston pulls it in. Hauser's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Garza. Now Hauser. The 3 is up. Doesn't go for him.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And a great story, Stan. Keon Ellis signed a 2-way contract as an undrafted free agent in 22.
Well, he's a fantastic defender and still rounding out the rest of his game. BA, it's another example of how the 2-way contract rule has been great for this league. Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Simons passes to Gonzalez. 4-3, sinks it from distance. And it's a 10-point Celtic lead.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Schroeder passes to Wade. Misses the baby hook. The Celtics shooting a solid 50% throughout the second. Now here's Simons. He's guarded by Ellis. And again, Boston with the triple.
Simons becoming such a great distributor of the basketball.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Strus. Some room here for Schroeder. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
Well, this has been a frustrating night for him, still without any points.
Gonzalez passes to Hauser. Here's Garza. Here's Walsh, covered by Merrill. Shoots from the right block, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. Cavaliers trail by 13. Pass to Schroeder. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Strus. And another miss by Cleveland. Simons deciding where to go with it. There's the 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm alongside Kenny Atkinson. Coach, what might you do to adjust going into the second half?
Well, first of all, shot selection's got to improve. If that doesn't improve, it's going to be a long night. But, you know, if we do get a good shot, we got to get back on defense. I think our transition defense, we're leaking too many points there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, they've been inconsistent. They'll take one good shot and then take one wild one the next time off the floor.
Yeah, we see a lot of teams like that these days.
And now, you know it, you love it. Time to see what fans are saying on social media. 5-Tool Mule wants to know, what's the best gift you've ever received?
I know what Kenny's is. Remember the Shaq in the box?
Shaq, it's at the best gift, not the worst. I can't even believe they even showed that on TV.
Oh, come on, Kenny. That was the most thoughtful gift you ever got.
I, for one, thought it was very nice, Shaq.
Thank you, Ernie.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown are the wingmen. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Now here's Allen. No made baskets yet. From 13, Mitchell misses.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
There's Tatum with the 3. Hits the three-pointer. Tatum's got 20 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Mobley outside. Back to Garland. Takes the 3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Garland. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. Boston in second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
About a minute played here in the second half. Up top, Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Outside Mitchell. And the three off target.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Pass to Brown. And he drives in. Drops in the layup for two. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Jason Tatum keeping the main thing the main thing. He said there are players that get caught up in the lifestyle and they choose that over the game. The money is a plus, yes, but I truly love the game because I love basketball, not for the things that come with it. Brian?
You'd love to hear it. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now. Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Here's Tyson. It's stolen by Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. And here's Brown. Here's Queta. Allen defending. Queta. Pass to Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Now here's Brown. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Getting established positioning inside. Once Allen has this, he is a threat to score.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston Home Entertainment. The Celtics Entertainment.
Pritchard, the pass to Queta. Lays it up and banks it in. Queta's got 8 points.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Tyson. Fires for three. The rebound, Celtics. Queta's got 9 rebounds now. White, the pass to Tatum. White with a screen on Mobley. There's Tatum with the three. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. White with a steal. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, White is a solid athlete. He's more than capable of getting up for these kind of throwdowns.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Tyson. Mobley outside. Here's Mitchell. Knocked away. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds for the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Cleveland has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Garland way outside. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's White. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Mitchell.
Now, I don't love fouling White there. He can really hurt you at the line.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Celtics?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
That's good from White. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
And Cleveland making a change here. Bryant's checked in.
Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
And once again, off the mark by Cleveland.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Up top, Tatum, covered by Mobley. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. Offensive rebound. Tatum. It's not going to go for him. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
White against Mitchell. To stop the drought. Got a hand on it.
You know, as a shooter, you have to be aware of Derek White, one of the top defenders in the game.
Brown passes to White. Off target from three-point range. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Pass to Garland. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Pritchard against Garland. Inside. Here's Brown. And Bryant pulls it down. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting poorly. Just 29% from the floor in this game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Cleveland shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
Shooting for Cleveland, Tyson at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Cleveland. Strus, he's checked in for Evan Mobley. Ellis comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Schroeder in for Garland. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Simons left side. Nice ball movement by Boston. They set a pick. Clock at 6. Again, the miss by Boston.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Pass to Schroeder. Back to Strus. Here's Ellis. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Here's the break. And then Bryant with the dunk.
A selfless player. Ellis is always looking to make the next pass.
Boston leading by 21. Here's Gonzalez. Hauser outside. Pass to Garza from deep. Drains the triple. Garza's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Tyson, defended by Hauser. Here's Tyson. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Boston Celtics. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets.
And you know, for that matchup with the Knicks, that's a contest that I'll keep an eye on. That'll be the 5th time they take it to the floor, and they want to get off to a fast start this year.
And he drops the first. Shireman's checked in for Boston. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Wade, he's checked in for Bryant. That one misses. Celtics lead by 23. Here's Simons. The 15-footer is good. Simons has got 7.
From the mid-range, Simons' quickness is a big advantage.
Outside Strus. And another miss by Cleveland. The Celtics have gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Pass to Tyson. Back to Wade. Outside Schroeder. Gets an open look and hits it.
Such a clean shooting motion. Schroeder knows his mechanics so well.
Now here's Hauser. There's a screen from outside the arc. No good that time. Here's Tyson, defended by Hauser. And out of bounds, Boston will have it. And checking the 2K leaderboard. These teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Cavaliers second.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
And the Celtics making a change here. White's checked in. Allen, he's checked in for Cleveland. Merrill comes in for Tyson. Celtics lead by 23. White on the wing. Floats one up. Pass to Garza. Now Hauser, covered by Strus. White on the wing. The three is up. Buries it from 3. White's got 9 points now in the second half.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Allen outside.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And here's Strus outside. Garza grabs the board. Garza's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Simons. He's guarded by Ellis. They set the pick. White for 3. Here's Garza. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Allen. And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Cavaliers. Ellis. It's rebounded by Walsh. And for the Celtics, they're shooting 45% here in the second half. Simons outside. Here's Garza. Off the left rim and out.
Fading away. He makes that shot harder than it needs to be.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Strus with the bucket.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get one.
Here's White. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
And here's Strus outside. It's rebounded by Walsh. Walsh has got 4 rebounds now.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
And Keon Ellis gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Some changes for Boston. Williams comes in for Garza. And Tillman subbed in for Walsh. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Tomlin's checked in. Now Williams. White with a screen on Schroeder. 5 on the clock. Here's Simons. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Outside Schroeder. Ellis outside. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Ellis has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's Boston with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be back in a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Mobley and Allen patrol the paint for him. Garland and Mitchell, the lethal backcourt pair. And it's Merrill in at the 3. Now here's Brown. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Mitchell with the ball. There's the drive. And he comes up with a bucket.
Driving inside, Mitchell uses his speed to get the better of the defense. They just can't keep up.
Now here's Brown. Defense is right there. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. That'll send Jaylen Brown to the free throw line. That one on Merrill. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
Free throw good. Brown. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Mitchell's shot is good.
What a creative finish by Mitchell. You need the floater as a top scoring guard.
Tatum passes to Queta. And here's Brown. Pass to Tatum. And there's the drive. And he packs it down right on top of Evan Mobley.
That's a big-time move by Jason Tatum. I don't know how many style points you give him on that one.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T connected cam? Merrill outside. Garland for 3. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. To the paint. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Brown. 24 points for Jason Tatum.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
For 3, Allen. Simons with a rebound. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. To the inside. Queta gets the bucket. And he's now got the double-double.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Cleveland calls timeout.
Hey, Boston, let's get 1 hour for Celtics Entertainment.
Both teams changing it up here. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Bryant, the pass to Ball. Here's the screen by Bryant. Ball no good. The Celtics have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Pass to Minot. Here's Gonzalez. He's guarded by Porter. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
And the free throw, no good. Cleveland has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Bryant outside. Pass to Ball. Oh, there's the alley. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Gonzalez. Nice ball movement by Boston. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Walsh. Off target from outside.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Oh, check out Ball with the silky touch, putting a nice high arc on the shot.
Here's Shireman, hounded by Ball. Stolen by Ball. Blocked. Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Minot. Down low. Tipped. Here's Walsh. 6 to shoot. Now here's Boucher from behind the arc. The shot that time not on target.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Now Porter. Pass to Ball. To the middle. Here's Walsh. Uses the glass on the layup.
I just love the ball.
Ball left side. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, BA, it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
Strus, he's checked in for Ball. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. Boston on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Shireman. Pass to Gonzalez. Here's Shireman. 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Wade's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Porter looks it over. Down low. Here's Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Here's Gonzalez. He's guarded by Porter. Pass to Minot. Here's Walsh. Here's Minot. Boucher up top. Deflects the pass. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And you look around the league. 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Grant?
Well, you know, BA, winning always comes first. But after that, You're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in for Boucher. Hauser comes in for Minot. And Derek White subbed in for Shireman. Now here's Ellis. Pass to Wade. From the arc. It's hauled in by White.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Launches it. Here's Walsh. Pass to Garza. Over Bryant. Boston again missing. The Cavaliers have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Porter the pass to Bryant. And here's Strus. Beyond the arc. And another miss by Cleveland.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Now here's White. That one is off. Ellis outside. Outside Porter. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting five.
And, you know, I think I'll go with two of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
White. Here's Garza. To end the drought. And the layup is up and in.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And here's Strus outside. Drills it from deep.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Gonzalez. He's guarded by Porter. Gonzalez passes to Hauser. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And Cleveland shooting just 34% so far in this one. Pass to Strus. And here's White. Here's Gonzalez. Hauser outside. The shot off that time. Strus with a defensive effort. Ellis on the wing. Outside Porter. Pass to Wade. Cleveland working the ball around now. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it.
What a defensive effort. Not only pressuring the shooter, but also collecting the miss.
Porter the pass to Bryant. Here's Wade. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Strus. From behind the arc. Zips it up. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Well, you have to love the hustle to follow it up there. Timed that tip perfectly.
White the pass to Hauser. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
The Celtics making a switch here. Cade is checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Evan Mobley, he's checked in for Bryant. And it's Schroeder in for Porter Jr. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Schroeder.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Celtics.
Well, I have to comment on their strong performance tonight at the charity stripe.
And it might have won them the game. The ability to draw fouls and capitalize can be a real difference maker.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jason Tatum.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
And here's Strus outside. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Max Strus taking 3 shots.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. Tatum, he's checked in for Hauser. He's off on the second. And he nails the third.
Well, you never want to leave points at the line, especially when you're down late.
Tatum against Mobley. Tatum passes to Gonzalez. Back to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to White. Takes a 3. Second shot opportunity. Queta gets the bucket.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the tut. Seems like... We've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's the starting group for Houston. We'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at the center, locking down the middle. Durant drawing the double team. Eason finds Şengün. Shot clock at 5. Here's Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. When you talk about him, then Thompson, Clark, one of my favorite players. This kid is great.
Yeah, he's a joy to watch. I mean, for as young as he is, the way he gets after it defensively, the way he attacks the rim, he plays with a verve and confidence that belies his youth, man. He's a special talent, a freak athlete, exceptional at the defensive end already. And his offense is only going to continue to develop. Boy, that guy could be scary. There aren't going to be many people saying amen having to deal with him.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now, here's Brown. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. The kick out to Tatum. Goes back up. The shot, no good. Great defense that time from Şengün. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, we have some plans, Coach said with a smile, but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. So Coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. Back to you guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now here's Durant. Pass to Smith. Houston moving it around. And it's Durant missing.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Brown kicks to Tatum. From deep three-point territory. Out to the wing. Richard finds Tatum. Wide a screen on KD. Boston again missing.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Silky corner shot by Durant. He is so confident in his ability to hit from that range.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy.
Please put your hands together and welcome to center court, Celtics Entertainment.
Jason Tatum here. Last season, he played outstanding. and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And clearly one of the dominant scorers we have in this league. His top 5 ranking last year puts him right there in the ranks of the elite. Brown the pass to White. Back to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Trying to end the drought. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
At the line for 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
You look at the Houston Rockets, already one of the most physically imposing teams in the league last season, and they got even bigger signing Clint Capella, of course, the trade for Kevin Durant, and bringing back Steven Adams. They're a team that nobody looks forward to facing, guys.
Leveraging all that size. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report.
Tatum, like most players, is best when he's aggressive and attacking the basket.
Brown against Durant. Smith outside. Şengün kicks to Durant. Şengün with the screen for Thompson. Houston needs to get a shot. No good from Durant.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, White. Tatum against Eason. To the inside. And stolen by Şengün. Thompson against Pritchard. Here's Şengün. Rebound, Boston. Queta's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Tatum against Şengün. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Down low and stolen by Eason. Pass to Durant. Now here's Şengün. Offensive rebound. Thompson banked in off the glass. Thompson's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Timing and athleticism. That's how Thompson won himself the 2nd opportunity.
Tatum with a screen on KD. Tatum against Smith. There's the screen. 3-pointer. Out to White. Fires the 3. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. Outside Tatum. From deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in, and Sam Hauser subbed in for Tatum.
The athletic ability of Amen Thompson is easily seen. The way he runs, he's fluid, and how physical he can get. Boy, that combination is potent.
Now, here's Simon. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. No good from the wing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Smith on the wing. Light covering. For 3, Van Vliet. Tries again. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Rockets lead by 8.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Boston, no good that time either. And here's Houston. They're on a 12-4 run. Van Vliet outside. Thompson, a screen on Simons. Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Finney-Smith. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Simons, the pass to Garza. Thompson against White. Outside, Simons. This one for three. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
Man, lots of confidence on that three from Simons.
Here's Thompson. Rebound by the Celtics. Here the step back. Here's Brown. Out to White. Pass to Garza. Simons surveying the D. Fires from way outside. Again, Simons missing.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
No good on the three. Rockets leading by 7. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Mark, there's so much excitement for these teams and for their fan bases on day 1 of the season.
That's typical for all fan bases on the opening day of the season. I mean, the whole season is in front of you. Optimism runs high for just about everybody.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Walsh is checked in, and it's Gonzalez in for Derek White. Houston on D. Hauser up top. Adams defending. Pass to Walsh. Here's Garza. Nice ball movement by Boston. Just 4 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 4. Rebounds now tonight. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
Outside, Simons. Pass to Garza. Now Hauser. It's stolen by Shepard. That's tipped. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Celtics trail by 9.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Simons. .152 left to play in the first. A shot fake there got the D out of position. Simons has got 5.
Oh, gritty inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
Van Vliet outside. Comes up empty down low.
He's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's great defense right there.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Back to you.
They've clearly bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. And so it's Houston with it, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Shepard, covered by Simons.
Foul. Gonzalez. First personal foul